3, 2, 1. All right.
Cool.
Okay.
I feel like such an idiot hearing this stuff. I'm like, yeah, okay, I can do this. I have no idea what I'm talking about.
Well, mostly it's called a clap sync. Mostly it's what you do with video. So like that's what I do when I make my videos.
Yeah.
But it works with podcasts too. So it makes sure that you're like talking in sync, obviously, instead of just having it be very spacious.
Okay.
All right, but welcome everybody to our first podcast test thing.
Hello.
We'll call this like a pilot or something. I don't know.
Cool. Sounds good. Ground Zero.
Okay, that'll be the name of our podcast. Yay. I don't know. We don't have a name. We were thinking about some. You want that to be the first topic we do, actually?
I mean, we can. Whatever.
Okay. Title ideas. Let's see. I remember not a while ago when we were talking about starting this podcast. we were mentioning how like they just have ridiculous names, so it could really be anything.
Yeah, that's true. It could be.
I know that Dan Harmon started, or not Dan Harmon. Wow, Butch Hartman created a podcast recently, and he named it Speech Bubble. You know who Butch Hartman is?
I know that name, and it's gonna bother me because I can't put a face to it.
He's the creator of Fairly Odd Parents.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Yep, okay.
He's made plenty of shows now. But yeah, he just recently started a podcast.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah.
What's it about? Do we know? Animation?
Yeah, mostly animation.
Not surprised. Wow. He did Fairly Odd Parents, Danny Phantom, Tough... I forgot about Tough Puppy.
Yeah, and he's got a new show coming out.
Family Guy, A Fairly Odd... What?
Yeah, there was like 2 or 3 movies.
That is the ugliest thing I think I've ever seen.
What, the live action ones?
I've just got a cover of the movie. It's like, oh, no thank you. That's scary. Let's see. I want to look up... What do we got here? List of the best podcasts right now according to complex.com.
Well, that's going to be very subjective.
Oh, yeah. Totally. Oh.
I mean,
internet, why?
What if my favorite one isn't up there, huh?
Well, then you're apparently not in the in, man. You're not hip and young and...
I only listen to 2 podcasts, so I wouldn't be surprised.
The first one is Stuff You Should Know. Oh, right. By How Stuff Works. Yeah, okay. The Nerdist.
Okay, well, I've heard of him.
Call Your Girlfriend.
Never heard of it.
I'll read a little ditty here. Call Your Girlfriend is the podcast equivalent of the chillest hang movie ever. I have questions already.
What?
Anne Friedman and Aminatal Sal are long-distance best friends who chat bi-weekly about what's going on with the ladies in the news, pop culture, and their personal passions like, what is a caftan? Apparently caftans is a thing. The notorious RBG and Shine theory, crafted by the pair themselves. I'm afraid to look up and find out what that means.
I'm
curious. Think drinking a bottle of wine with your best friend, laughing until you can't stand it anymore, and receiving much-needed #real talk is something you need on the regular, Call Your Girlfriend is the perfect audio fix.
Oh, okay.
Oh, interesting.
Pretty much the only podcasts that I listen to are the Pizza Party podcast by Rebel Taxi and the Sleepy Cast. Oh, wait, I lied. There's a third one. I listened to the Psychic Pebbles' podcast called Schmucks.
Oh, yeah, you told me about that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I listen to... Is it just 2 of them? I think it's just 2 of them right now. Making It, which is... I think I told you about this. Jimmy DiResta, David Picciuto, and Bob Claggett from I Like to Make Stuff and Make Something.
Yeah. That's
pretty cool just because they'll talk about life and like what they've been making, how they're doing, you know. It's pretty neat. And they're at like episode 150 something. And then the other one is... What is it? No Dumb Questions is actually really cool. Do you know the channel Smarter Every Day?
Yep.
Okay, it's Destin from Smarter Every Day and... What is his name? It's Matt something from the 10-Minute Bible Hour. I had never heard of him until the podcast. And then I was like, oh, but it's really funny, and it's really cool, some of the stuff they talk about.
All right.
So that's basically where I am.
I pretty much just listen to podcasts like for the people, because I just find them funny.
Yeah. And what's this other one here? How did this get made? And here's the description. We've all been there, sitting in a dark theater after paying somewhere north of $15 for a ticket. You find yourself watching a movie so bad that you start to wonder how the hell anyone thought it was wise to fork over millions of dollars to create such a mess. We feel your pain. So do comedian actor Paul Scheer, his wife June Diane Raphael, and comedian Joseph Mantzoukas. The trio, along with a guest each week, picks a new movie to tear apart in an attempt to figure out, well, how the hell did it get made? Give it a try. It's hilarious because it's true.
Sounds like me watching Transformers the last night because that movie was god-awful.
That movie was really bad.
It's seriously the first movie that I've watched where I walked out genuinely disappointed. I love movies, and I've watched plenty of bad movies in my day, but that's the first one to just really piss me off.
Yeah. What? Oh, that was that. I didn't see that in theaters. I watched it at home, and I don't know. It was pretty darn bad. But there was one movie a few years ago that I went to go see that I remember. I walked out, and it was Prometheus.
Yeah. Go on.
Oh my gosh, I saw that with my parents, and Prometheus was like, I went in and I watched it, and in the middle of the movie, we kind of looked at each other and went, why did we do this? This was a mistake.
Oh,
and we left and went, that was I just wasted like 2 hours, upwards of 3 hours of my life watching that.
What did you like about it? I actually liked that movie.
I don't know. After the second watch, I was like, you know what? I'll give it a second try, like a year or so later, and it wasn't too bad. But I was just like,
I thought it was cool.
I don't know. But... oh well. So.
But yeah, when it comes to actually making a name for our podcast, I'm not sure what we should do.
I have absolutely no idea. Ground zero for stupidity. That's an idea.
I could see us doing that.
Or there's the homie court in Law and Order title writing. Quoted, I'll name this podcast later.
Oh.
I don't know. That's just what it says.
Then the one that you mentioned earlier where we would just name it like, what, TBD, the podcast?
No. Literally, the title is Title TBD.
Title TBD.
The Title TBD podcast. And it will never be TBD. Or BD, I guess.
It will never be determined. Ever again.
Ew.
Yeah, it's just me dying. You know, it's that time of year.
Yeah, everybody tends to keel over at this time of year. Oh, there's the weeds.
The weeds?
I don't know if that has anything to do with marijuana or not, but...
oh, are you just looking at more of the popular podcasts?
Yeah.
I prefer Sleepycast because it's got some funny people.
Oh, man.
And the best part is none of them are really comedians. They're just internet animators. / voice actors.
Oh, wait, quick question. I didn't think about this. How loud is my chair?
Yeah, quite.
Whoops. Well. Oh, well. What? I'm sorry. I can't hear you.
Meanwhile, mine is nice and silent.
Yeah, well, you know.
Okay, Harrison, I get it.
What the heck?
What? What's going on?
I was so confused because I found a strip of beef jerky where, like, it wasn't near the bag, and I'm kind of confused because I haven't had beef jerky down here, and I guess it just fell out, but it was, like, away from the bag, and it looked like it had been sitting there. Anyway.
Num num. Just eating some more pepperoni.
Oh, nom. So. Buttons.
What about them?
Well, you sew buttons, don't you?
Yeah, I do what?
How else do you attach a button to clothes? You have to sew it on. Duh.
Oh. Shut up.
And this is why we have this.
This is why we're idiots. But let's see, what else do we have on here? Podcast idea created. Oh, yeah, so how we came up with the idea. Really just, like, wanting to record some of the conversations that we have, because, like, we always have.
They get
some interesting ones. And we could write that down for a later idea for another episode, maybe, where we just talk about, like, life, space, the universe.
I'm down.
Go on an existential crisis on the internet.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Hey,
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Dad?
It's Mr. Stone.
Going down there, there's going to be a lot more traffic at this time than there is earlier in the day going down.
Okay, I will be. Thank you.
All right, so yeah, I'm coming up with the idea. Yeah, when it came to us just having the different ideas, it was like mostly our belief system, because Harrison, you are a Christian, pretty hard Christian, I would say.
Okay.
and then I'm on like the opposite side of the spectrum where I'm atheist. But we both still are like very open-minded, which seems to be kind of rare these days, which is really a shame.
It's okay. This is more of a, I think it's more of a philosophy-esque sort of thing, but not really philosophy. Because one of the first things my intro professor said to the class this year was, I am teaching ignorance. And we all kind of went, okay. And he said, just to show you, hold on.
Holding on.
Oh, wait, sorry, there's something stuck in my teeth. Just to
Grasping
show you
for
kind
dear
of how much you don't know, and to teach people that they are really ignorant of everything of like that's going on around them, you know, and how people. One of the examples that I kind of always go back to is, you know, how everybody likes to say the laws of this, the laws of physics or the laws of thermodynamics or laws of whatever you want to say, but how all of it are just theories with evidence. That's all science is as a whole, you know. It's thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands, maybe millions, I don't know, of theories with evidence, but they're only applicable in the known, in the places in which we've actually like really truly explored. And the funny thing is like you kind of look at like all these big satellites and stuff that have gone out into the deep space, quote unquote, as in whatever one I think it was 2 years ago just got outside the solar system.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? I can't remember the name.
Voyager, I think it was.
Maybe. I have no idea.
Was it Voyager? I can't remember.
But you know, it got out there and you just kind of, you're getting pictures and you're getting like different kinds of really just light waves or light wavelengths that kind of get meshed together and then set back, like kind of the way Hubble does it. And sometimes you kind of, amongst other measuring methods, but you're only getting certain information from a machine versus having a biological kind of medium with which to test an environment on a different planet. We can only know and we can only theorize that we know so much about, say, Gliese 581G. You know, I don't know if that's still such a big thing or not. I know they're finding more exoplanets, but we can only theorize about what we know versus someone actually standing there on the surface of that world going, oh, wow, it's really like this. We were either super right or we weren't right at all.
It's still a very viable world, but yeah, it's obviously going to be quite a while until we actually make it there, if and when.
Yeah, I kind of got silent for 2 seconds.
It's okay.
I'm looking at the news, like, thing that comes up when I get onto Microsoft Edge, and it says, Golden Globes, Catholic League denounces the SMILF nomination.
Excuse me?
Yeah, I don't know.
The fuck is a SMILF?
Oh. Yeah, single mothers, I'd like to...
Oh.
4-letter word. Much to the approval of Showtime, women are treated as sexual toys by Hollywood moguls and actors. Oh yeah, we've been finding a lot of that out. Indeed, it basks in the sexual exploitation of women so much that it named a show after sexual predators. Single mothers, I'd like to 4-letter word blank. It goes by the acronym SMILF. Catholic League President Bill Donahue said in a statement Monday, the Twisted Show upped the ante a few weeks ago when it suggested that... Whoa. That's interesting. That the Virgin
Yes.
Mary was raped and forced to give birth.
Oh.
Last night, it depicted a homosexual priest sexually embracing a drunk.
Oh.
I have a lot of questions.
I think I do too.
The show, which premiered its first season in November, stars Frankie Shaw as Bridget Bird, a young, smart, scrappy single mom, trying to navigate life in South Boston with an extremely unconventional family. She struggles to make ends meet, which leads her to impulsive and, at times, immature decisions. The quickly, critically praised series earned 2 Golden Globe nominations, one for Best TV Show. Are you serious? Comedy or musical. And another for Best Actress for Shaw, who also created the show and serves as an executive producer. What the...
Well, that's magical.
That's interesting.
Welp.
Yeah,
Let's leave that.
Yeah,
And,
just something to chew on a little bit, I
yeah,
guess.
and then go on to what I wanted to talk about before we started. There is, have you seen the new updates for Subnautica?
I got emails about them. I did not look at them.
Dude, I saw like different clips of the graphical updates that they did to it. It looks so good. I just haven't played it for myself yet.
Let's go to YouTube.
The click clack of your keyboard just sounds so funny on the mic.
What
It's
the? Oh
it
crap!
almost
Hold on,
sound-
Shane.
What happened?
What the freak?
What'd you do?
Task Manager, Microsoft Edge, and Task. You know those stupid things, if you type in a URL wrong, sometimes you get to that site where it's the audio recording in the window you can't get rid of?
Yep.
Yeah, it was one of those, and I was like, you know what? No, not dealing with you. So, let's try this again.
But they've just got so many things in there now. There's like HDR Bloom.
Don't-
It's got
don't-
anti-aliasing.
Don't. Oh, friggin' you stupid computer.
Are you using Edge or are you going to be using Chrome? I should hope you're using Chrome.
No.
What are you doing?
Hold on.
Or Firefox. Something good. Just no Edge. No one uses Edge.
I only use it for YouTube, but that's about it.
You heathen. No, I'm kidding.
This thing actually, Hangouts forced me to use Internet Explorer to, like, get on the chat, which was weird.
Really?
Yeah. It was like, this technology, quote-unquote, when I tried to enter into the Hangouts chat on my computer, is too old for this software, and I was really confused.
I mean, as long as your computer's still treating you well.
Oh, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's good.
What am I looking for?
The latest Subnautica update.
Subnautica.
Do you know the YouTube channel S1 Bus, which is just Subnautica spelled backwards?
Say that one more time.
It's like S1 Bus or something. It's the guy's channel name is literally just Subnautica spelled backwards.
ACITUANBUS.
It's like his last video.
New achievements in new Reaper and Seamoth mode.
Or
Model.
maybe it's not that
What the
one.
heck?
What?
What is that?
If it's the video on like the Leviathans, it's just concept images.
Subnautica early access trailer. No, that's 10 months old. Goodbye.
Here, let me go on to YouTube. I'll help find it for you.
Overwatch. The devs secretly made multiplayer. What? He played Outlast. Kerbal Space Program.
S1 Bus. Let's see. Videos. Oh, if you go into his videos, it's the third one in. Huge graphics update and Survivor voiceovers.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, just like check out a little bit of that because the game looks beautiful.
It's loading.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I gotta leave soon too. Like in probably 20 minutes.
All right. I mean, this isn't going to be a full-length podcast. It's not going to be a few hours long.
Oh well,
for
yeah, no,
obvious
of
reasons.
course.
Let's see, messing around in the stream. I'm just checking out. Jeez, I can't talk today. Some of his other videos. But I feel like after we're done here, I'm going to hop on to Subnautica because I want to see this new stuff for myself.
Why is the screen divided in half?
Oh, because he's showing the old textures versus the new one. And then when he does when he does the cinematic mode and then depth of field, it just looks so cool.
That's what he's doing right now. Color grading neutral, ambient occlusion mediums, screen space reflections medium, tethering. Color grading film. What?
I know, it looks so cool. Alright, but then other than that, so we have Subnautica done, we have the podcast ideas done. Alright, college and the future.
The future.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
We don't know what's going on in the future. No one does. But I guess what we could talk about right now is just what we're doing here.
Alright.
So currently, Harry and I are both going to college, the same college. I'm studying for computer repair, and you are studying for philosophy, correct?
Currently, yes, but I'm taking next semester off. I think we talked about that to reevaluate because a lot's been going on.
Yeah. What are you thinking you want to do as a profession, though?
Initially, okay. The reason I picked up philosophy was, pardon my speech strangeness, I'm chewing on beef jerky. The reason I picked up philosophy was more of like a mindset kind of thing, like a thinking framework, just moving forward, because I know what I wanted to do professionally was I'd really like to be a pastor, and you really don't need to go. There's no, well, I shouldn't say obviously, some people don't know that, but there's no like job description or requirement that says you have to go to a seminary school, you have to do this, you have to do this. I just kind of, when I honestly picked philosophy, I was like, okay, I'd really like to be a pastor, and maybe this will get me in the mindset, sort of, and maybe it'll give me different insight into what people generally talk about that I never have any understanding, like David Hume, people like that, just as a one example.
Sounds cool.
So, I don't know. There's been a lot going on. I just got to step back and look at stuff.
Yeah, just try to see what you really want to do before you settle on it, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's cool. What were you studying when we first started?
When we what?
When we first started school, because I heard that you switched something around.
Initially, it was going to be auto tech.
Right.
And then I just because I like to work with my hands and stuff, and then I was like, you know what? I'm going to make that as a hobby I can develop and use, and enjoy on my own, versus having to do it on somebody else's time for pay from somebody else and doing like maybe one thing repetitiously, or every day, versus when I want to doing what I want to.
Kind of like with smithing and like carpentry, right?
Yeah. Like obviously I know we talked about this yesterday a little bit. Yeah. I suck at that. But you have to start somewhere where you suck at doing something in order to even get better at it. If people were born great at doing things, well, I guess some people might be, but
it takes 10,000 hours to master anything.
Generally. So yeah, here we go.
Branching off of that, actually, there was an idea that we had come up with for a possible YouTube channel that Harrison here could start.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You want to talk about that a little bit?
You want to introduce? I'm chewing on yerky. It's very tough, I'm sorry.
Pretty much, he has been starting to get a little handsy with... This is coming out very wrong. I was going to say,
that was an expression I've never heard before.
He's starting to work a lot more with his hands. So, like, what we just got done making was a headphone stand for my headphones, because I'm sure, as I've mentioned in a previous video, I'm getting more into audio and headphones. I just recently got the new hi-fi mans, but pretty much we just built a headphone stand, and the idea for his YouTube channel was going to be to show just new things that he wants to build, along with learning on the way to show his method of doing things. And
Okay.
if you would like to take over.
Now that I have no more yerky left in my mouth. No, yeah, you kind of got most of it. It was just kind of like this passing idea of being able to start a channel and say, hey, look, if I have any idea what I'm doing, it is nothing close to being called refined. So I'm going to do this anyway, and I'm going to learn along the way on camera, possibly, maybe to sometimes off, obviously, because I won't be recording everything 24/7. That would be kind of weird. But being able to learn, and while I'm learning, show people what I'm learning as I learn it, and make mistakes, and have people learn from my mistakes as well, even though if they make them themselves, they'll just have, like, oh yeah, something I can look back and say, I remember when so-and-so did this and this to, fix this problem, or something like that.
I remember back when that Harrison guy chopped his finger off. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, exactly right. Don't put all your weight against the wood as it goes through the bandsaw. You might slice your hand in half. Thankfully, I don't have a bandsaw to do that on, so...
I'm pretty sure we do. No, we have a circular saw. What am I doing?
I don't know. What are you doing?
That would... Shut up. That would be just a nice thing to do. So, like, if you ever want to start up that YouTube channel, I can help you out with that.
That would be neat.
Just gotta get a good camera.
IGP. Someone did a Subnautica remade as a dark horror game. It's just a different...
horror game.
Oh, yeah. It's just a different, what's the word I'm looking for? I forget. Oh, well.
Texture?
No, it's the same, it's just a different, not color scheme, like a not color effect, that's still not the right word. It's a color something.
I don't know.
I don't either.
I know what you mean, but I can't think of the name either.
NASA reinvented the wheel?
Oh, please. Clickbait.
It's by Tech Insider. Whoa!
What?
They reinvented the tire, not the freaking wheel.
Oh, the airless tire?
These Rover tires are made from a nickel aluminum alloy. It's like chainmail that's structured.
Huh.
That's weird.
Alright, well, it's cool, I guess.
Super elastic material allows it to remember its original shape.
Cool.
Rover tire technology has come a long way.
That actually reminds me how, like, you know how there's always been so many different, like, materials we've wanted to get over the years?
Yeah.
One of the things I've wanted to get is a little substance called nitinol.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, memory metal. That stuff's pretty cool.
Mm.
I remember seeing that they make, like, some paper clips out of this stuff, so you can, like, bend it out of shape as much as you want.
Drop it in hot water.
Drop it into hot water, and it moves right back into place.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah. And then among that list of stuff that we wanted to get was, like, ferrofluid, aerogel, neodymium magnets, gallium was another one.
I just want a tungsten cube.
Oh, yeah, the ones that we saw in Touch of Modern.
Tungsten cube or like a tungsten something. I don't know. I like tungsten, though. It's really cool.
Yeah, the only problem is that it's kind of expensive.
Oh, yeah, just a lot.
God.
Oh, excuse me. Ew, you're dying.
Yeah, I am. Coughing along up. Alright, so at this point we're just going to be ad-libbing, because there goes all the topics that we wanted to talk about.
Yeah, that was short. So
We need more people to bounce ideas off of. We'll get some other
Who
people
could we... Well, I have about 9 minutes. Do you have any ideas of people?
on.
Anybody that we know that actually has a microphone or could get a microphone or would want to do it?
Oh, you know who would be great?
No, I don't.
We should get Alexis and Fair on here.
Oh, dear.
Oh, man, those two alone could just talk for hours and hours, and they are freaking hilarious.
That would be an interesting
Then
concept.
again, yeah, I feel like you might be a little uncomfortable with it, because they do get vulgar, but...
I don't mean to... Okay, I'll just say what I was thinking, and I guess you can do with it what you will.
Yeah.
This was something guess I probably should have mentioned it before, but now that I really think about it and we kind of get to the topic, well, I don't know. If we were to continue this, which I think would be neat if we really got to what's the word I'm
Make a
looking for?
series.
Yeah, we can go with that. I guess that we can say that. Keep it relatively clean and free of, any form of like super duper machine gun fire of any kinds of 4-letter words or anything like that. Just because, I don't know, it
we gotta
attracts
keep
a
it
certain
PC.
crowd, and it's, I don't know.
Do we got to keep the podcast PC for your good Christian community?
Yeah, because, I know so many. Well, anyway, I won't go there. I don't know. I'm just saying in general. I think it would be a little. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess one of the later episodes could be like the Rated X episode or something, where you don't really have to be there if you don't want to.
Just sit back and listen, and at the end go, "Oh yeah, by the way, guys, I'm here, too. I'm still here. After 2 hours later."
Let's see, who could we get on here? We could also get DJ if he wants to.
I know I think he's still got a headset over there at TCNJ.
Yeah, we just haven't heard from him in a while.
And Christmas break is coming up soon too, so
that's true.
We can probably talk to him when he gets back.
Lexi could be on, but then again, she probably won't want to be on. Be like, nah, it's stupid. No, I don't want to do this. And then she'll just be like quiet the entire time.
You never know. Invite her on a couple times, see what she says, pester her, and if she doesn't, then that's okay. Who else, though? I mean, I'm trying to think of... It would be cool to have, like, a set, small group of, I don't know how many people, but really small, and then bring in, like, one or two folks that are different every time we do it.
Yeah, that's what a lot of podcasts do.
Or maybe not every time we do it, every other time we could have...
Invite a guest.
Yeah, one or two guests, and then...
Just be like, hey, Arnold Schwarzenegger, you want to join us?
Send an email to Donald Trump. Do you think... Let's humor this idea for a second.
Okay, I'm listening.
Do you think if
China.
we spam... Yeah, really. If we spammed him, or whoever answers his emails...
I feel like I know who you're going to say.
With enough messages, could we get the president for 5 minutes to get involved in the podcast? Imagine if that happened.
That'd be interesting.
Like, I'm just obviously as a joke, but humor it for a moment in that. I don't know. That would be interesting.
We just arrive on the news and just see like Trump behind his little pedestal. I do not know these people. I have never heard of them before, and I will not communicate with them ever.
Believe me.
Believe me when I say this.
I'm being bigly serious. I don't know. No, that's Trump, a discussion for another. Him.
Mr. Trump, if you hear us, we respect you to the utmost extent, and you are a great businessman. Thank you.
I'll say yes because I do agree with that statement, but if you hear us, really, you never know.
The TSA could be listening in.
I'm Mr. TSA agent. I hope you're having a wonderful day.
TSA, CIA, FBI,
Mr. or Mrs.
everyone.
or Ms. TSA agent. I have to cover the spectrum now, I guess, because people get offended too easily. Oh well, that's something else to talk about. Okay, wait, I'm going to start making a list now. I have
just people to bring on.
Well, yes, but other things, including Donald Trump and the current state of affairs on planet Earth. Pen, come hither.
I'm not too big on politics, so.
Oh no! I'm not talking. I'm just no. I'm not saying like jump into that kind of thing. I'm just saying like, what do you think about how people treat him? About the public view? What's your personal view? If you're like sharing it, if not, that's totally cool. But just kind of gauging the metaphorical room.
And then I'm just writing down a couple people that I would. It would probably be a long shot, but we could probably get on, maybe.
Oh dear.
Well, I mean, like, remember how we were talking about maybe trying to get, like, a Markiplier to do something?
Just a really short email. Hey, Mark, all we need you to do is to jump in and go, hey, guys, and then leave. That's fine.
No, but remember our discussion when we wanted to make, like, a 7 Days to Die thing?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so, that could be a little thing. Like, before summer even started, we were talking about possibly making a 7 Days to Die miniseries based on our gameplay videos that I used to upload here. But, well, it's December, and DJ's off in college, we were going to college, and we never did anything with that. Maybe we can do something next time. Who knows? You think DJ would have summer break, or would he be still attending college in the summer?
I would. He had to drop a class, I think, so he might. I don't know. We'll have to ask him over Christmas break.
All right, so let's see who's in this list. We got Trump. We got Markiplier. Let's just get Obama in there for shits and giggles.
Yeah, that's an idea. My list starts out: Alexis, Fair, Trump, Obama. For just
Marky
because.
Moo. Wait, who'd you say just because?
Oh, no, Obama. I was kidding.
Oh.
Jeez, I'm trying to imagine, like, a poster scale of... At the very bottom of, like, availability, you have Alexis and Fair and all of our friends, and then it gets wider and wider, and at the very top is Donald Trump. Like, maybe around there with the Queen of England, and Kim Jong-un is, like, way past them.
And then we just get the Pope, too.
Oh, yeah, why not? Get the Pope.
Let's talk to the Pope.
Oh, I have a few words for the Pope.
Oh, great. Can't wait to hear that.
Well, questions, not words. And they're all
right.
very kind and respectful.
Okay, well, that's good. Let's see. I also would possibly like to get on a YouTube
Yes! Yeah, I'm leaving in like a minute and 30 seconds.
Okay. Are you back?
Yes, I'm back.
Okay, very quick possibilities. Maybe the odd one's out, because I've heard that he does like cooperating with fans a lot. He's still a really cool guy. And then maybe see if we can talk to some of the people that were on like some of the podcasts that we listen to.
Oh,
So Pizza Party Podcast, Sleepycast, and then the guys that you were listening to.
That would be really cool, actually.
Yeah. We'd have to actually gain an audience first, though, but we'll see what happens here. So I guess you gotta get going so we can try to close this up.
Cool.
Alright, so everyone, this has been... Yeah, and we shall see you all in the next episode, possibly.
No, wait. This has been...
Insert podcast title here.
First episode. Good talk, guys. AKA Shane.
Yeah, I'll just post that online text to voice thing. I'll just do that right there over when you said insert here. That'll be great. I'm cutting this out, so
Cool, okay.
And hold on. Back in. All right, so yeah, we'll see you next time. Bye.
Adios.